You're not afraid of people's judgment. Nope. You are afraid of your own judgment. Um, I saw I think, I don't remember if it was a post, if I heard it, if I read it, I just can't remember. I know I saw it somewhere or read it somewhere, um, heard it somewhere. A phrase that said, um, what you what you think people will say is actually what you think. I mean, what you think people will say about you is actually what you think about yourself. And that is true. So if you think people are gonna think you're annoying, it's because you think you are annoying. If you think people will think you are taking too much space, it's because deep down you think you are taking too much space. If you think people are gonna reject you, it's probably because you think you're not valuable, or that what you're offering is not interesting, or that you're not lovable, etc., etc. So most of the judgment that you expect from people is actually deep down a thought that you, a belief that you have, that you um, hold on to for whatever reason. Um, it may have been because it was the first thing that you were taught. So you just cling to that with all your strength. So when you have cool thoughts about people, when you judge people very harshly, since you are judgmental, you know you are judgmental, you also expect that behavior in people. So the more judgmental you are, the more you will feel like people are judging you harshly. So the first thing is, sorry, I'm trying to, I'm kind of losing y'all, but the first thing is, what you think others think of you is what you actually think of yourself, whether that's true or not. But also, what you do to others, you expect from others. And this has been one of the greatest lessons for me. And that's why when I started changing, compassion was my first rule. It was my guidance, right? I was like, okay, compassion, not only towards myself, but also towards other people. So when you start behaving with compassion, when you start regarding yourself with compassion, then you won't expect other people to have the harsh thoughts towards you. And when you also regard others with compassion, then there is no place for judgment. And as a consequence, you also remove the expectation of people judging you back, right? So whenever you fear a certain type of judgment, ask yourself, am I judging people in the same way? And if you do that, then you know how to free yourself from that judgment. So let's say, for example, I used to think, oh, like I'm I'm gonna be cringe. I don't want to be cringe. I feel like people are gonna tell me I'm cringe if I post this or if I post that, and it's probably because I have thought that way about certain people. But once I'm like, I remove that judgment. I'm like, they're trying to do something. I may not be the audience, but it's working for someone else. Their message is going towards someone else. I may not be the target audience. I may not be their public, but that doesn't mean that they themselves are cringe or strange. I'm simply not um, I'm simply not for that, or this is not for me. And so um, I remove the judgment part. They're not cringe. It's just not corresponding. We're not corresponded, let's say. So that particular, let's say, content found me at a place in time that wasn't right, or maybe it shouldn't have found me. Maybe simply like it had another purpose. So you get where I'm going. It wasn't for me, right? Instead of condemning that person and saying, "Oh my God, they're this or they're that," you may as well think, I mean, it's just not for me. And you could also think, well, they're trying their best. They're trying. And that itself is admirable. So if you want, you can try to shift your perspective and say that's something positive, or even if it's not positive, just neutral, remove yourself from it. You don't have anything to say about it, all right, just don't have anything to say about it. And you could have a negative thought like, this was not properly done, but is it objective? You know, it could be by the way, about objectivity, I have something to say about objectivity. Anyways, this is it. Cruel thoughts. When you have cruel thoughts, you will expect cruel thoughts from people. It's just like, it's the same thing when people cheat and they expect you to be cheating. It's like they're cheating, and whatever you do, they become suspicious because they think you're engaging in the same behavior. But it's just them. It's just they're they expect people. They see people in themselves. They see themselves in people. They expect themselves from people. So yeah, and it's the same for you. So just don't judge. I mean, don't condemn. I'd say condemn. Don't condemn people. Um, Avoid cool thoughts towards people, and you will see you are freed. You will free yourself from the fear of judgment, from the fear of being judged. Yeah, you will be freed from that. Okay? All right. It starts with you. It starts with you. You decide.